Hello, Tim from Fair Play Now on the 8th of February 2023. Well, this guy Jordan Peterson, the Canadian kind of psychology professor, I think he is basically, who seems to have a huge lot of clout, a lot of reach, and also he seems to be on our side. Well, as much as you can believe anyone who's got that kind of reach could be on our side is concerned anyway. I've got no idea, but he seems to me pretty on the level sort of thing. And he had an interview on the Joe Rogan show. Don't know if you've seen this, but he announced that, get this, he is basically going to set up an alternative group to the Whiskey Echo Foxtrot. Absolutely astonishing, and he probably has the clout to set something like that up and to start attracting, this is what he's saying, he wants to start attracting world leaders and business leaders away from the WEF and into his organisation instead, which, if that comes about, that could well be a real curved ball that I'm sure the powers that shouldn't be never even considered. To be honest with you, I never even considered anything like that at all as any kind of possible solution. And yeah, it's so simple. Just set up an alternative to the WEF, start funding it massively, start attracting funders and world leaders and business leaders, and get them onto the side of good and away from the side of evil. Now, I'm not saying that any NGO is a good thing. I think that sovereignty should be well and truly within a nation, and I'd like to see a world where there's none of these NGOs whatsoever. But I guess if there's a fire, it's best to fight fire with fire, at least initially, and then we can go from there in the longer term. So I thought it was quite an interesting development, and I guess we'll have to wait and see where it goes from there. But I don't know what you think. Any comments that you might have, any thoughts that you might have, put it in the description box below, and I'll be interested as ever in reading them. The second thing, this comes from a viewer who wrote into me, emailed into me, and she said that she had a hospital appointment yesterday. While she was in the room, the nurse went out for a minute, and the screen with all of this lady's records were on it, and she could kind of just about see it. It's angled slightly towards her, and she noticed that in the top right corner there was a red box with a symbol of a needle in it. Now, she's like us, or the majority of viewers here, in that she is totally prodded, and therefore, I don't know, does this mean that the November Hotel Sierra are beginning to, well, I suppose it's discrimination really, isn't it? There shouldn't be any kind of marking like that on your records. I think I might have seen somewhere that they were going to start doing this kind of thing. I'm not sure where I saw that, probably some news item somewhere. But if what this lady is saying is right, well, I'm not questioning her. I've got every reason to believe her. But what I should say, if this is all the way across the whole of the health service here in the UK, it is quite a concerning development. And I don't know if, I know I have a few people who work in that particular organisation. What do you know about this? If you want to either leave it in the comment section below or write into me at tim@fairplaynow.net is my email address. If you're in that organisation and you can confirm and verify that this is going on all the way across the November Hotel Sierra, that would be interesting to know. But it looks like they are putting on your health records a little symbol to say that basically you're unV'd, which, as far as I'm concerned, that's not right. That is just not right at all. So I thought that was a very interesting email that I got in from this lady, and thanks to you who sent that in to me. So I believe that Richard Vobes and this Will Leahy guy, this expert in constitutional law that he had on about a week ago, I think it must have been, and there's been a big uptake on what Will Leahy was saying, how the Constitution can be used to really give the powers that shouldn't be a hard time, basically. And it seems that he has been back on Richard Vobes' show again for a second time, just literally in the last day or two. So I'm going to be watching that tonight. Got a couple of other videos that viewers have sent in to me as well to watch yet. So I'm going to be watching all of those tonight, and I'm sure this second Richard Vobes interview is going to be quite interesting. So going to check that out, and I'll report back on that tomorrow. But I'll leave it for now. Tim from Fair Play Now, thanks for watching.